how your parts go.
Okay, so when Crooked Bridge starts, the first 2 lines, we are only flourishing. And it repeats. So we'll do it twice. Okay, moving down to the 3rd line of Crooked Bridge.
Okay. So there's some no, you're Karen, but you're saying no flourish. There's 2 measures. I mean, no playing. All flourishing.
Yeah. So for the okay. So where does it say on your page the Crooked Bridge? Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first 2 lines, it should just show rest, correct?
Except the last measure, it shows 1 and 2 and beats.
Okay. Yeah. No, we are not playing. Yeah, we're not playing at all. Yeah, we're just flourishing for those 4 measures total, and then it repeats. All right, so going down to the 3rd line.
Okay.
The 3rd line, the first measure, I play. In the 2nd measure, and it may not be written on yours. There may be, are there notes with like X's on it?
They're all X's.
Okay. Ignore those because we don't play. What you will play, and again, the way I'm counting it as is again with 1 and because it's a 6/4, so. Alright, so I'm counting each measure as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. So for that 2nd measure, you are playing a 5 and 6. So if you just want to write in, however you want to write in 5 and 6.
So you have the first 3, I have the last 3.
That's weird, because, okay, so on mine, which we might have to make sure what version he sent you. Because on mine for line 3, we rest, and then there's 4 notes, and then there's a rest. And then there's, in the measure 4, or 2nd measure of line 3, there's 4 notes that show an X. Ignore those. Because neither one of us are playing them. But write in 5 and 6.
So I'm playing 5 and 6.
Yeah, you're playing 5 and 6.
Okay.
All right, going down to the 4th line. You are also on that measure. You are going to play 5 and 6.
Okay.
Okay. And then we repeat it for those 2 lines. So lines 3 and 4, we repeat. Except that the 2nd time that we go to repeat, we play line 3. We don't play line 4 again, we go down to line 5.
He explained it upside down. The 2nd time through at B, when you repeat back to B, when you get to the end of line B, right, which is line 3, you jump down to
line 5.
To line 5, which is section C.
And essentially you're playing the exact same thing. You're playing 5 and 6.
Okay, so you're talking
freeze. You froze.
Wow, it's a long freeze.
Long freeze.
There she is.
Here we go. Keep talking, babes.
Okay, Crooked Ridge, part A is the first two lines,
Correct.
Yes.
and then part B is the next two lines.
The next,
Yup.
it's actually the
No,
next 3.
it's the next 2 lines. Then the next section is section C, which is the final 2 lines. And the way you bridge B
Okay,
and
so we put,
go ahead.
if you could explain again, you said we play part A, we repeat.
Correct.
Yes,
We play part,
you froze.
didn't get that.
Okay, so section B, you play through it once, both lines. Then when you go to repeat it on the second time, you only play the first line of B. When you get to the end of the first line of B, then you skip down to line C. Section C, which is the 5th line, and you play the 5th line, and then you play the 6th line, and then we're done.
Got it.
So I know it's kind of tricky when you're reading it, but it's not too bad. Okay, so now
Okay.
I'm gonna stop the recording.